Hello, wrestling fans. I am the Masked Hope, and I just had an amazing adventure going to my first WrestleMania, WrestleMania 40. But I wanted to break down the price of what it cost to actually attend WrestleMania in Philadelphia, and was it worth it? From the heart-stopping environment to the electric atmosphere, I went all out for the experience of a lifetime. Let's start with travel. First of all, I am in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's just 2 hours away from Philadelphia. I am somewhat familiar with Philadelphia, so I know the traffic was going to be ridiculous. So I opted to take the hotel that was closest to the arena so I could just walk to the event. So I chose the Live Casino Hotel that is a 15-minute walk from the Lincoln Financial Field. There's not really much thrills and chills about this hotel. Its main attraction is the casino and that it's close to the arena. I mean, it has 11 restaurants within the hotel, so you can eat very well if you wanted to. I only booked my hotel for the 2 nights of WrestleMania. In hindsight, I should have booked a day before and a day after so that I could have time to enjoy all the other events surrounding WrestleMania. I booked my room relatively late. In hindsight, again, I should have booked my room the same time I bought my tickets, which was December of 2022. So for 2 nights in the Live Casino Hotel, I spent $2,976.31. $500 of that is just taxes. Now, if I booked the night before and the night after, the rooms were not nearly as expensive. It was $150 a night for the Friday before WrestleMania and the Monday after WrestleMania. Last minute, I still wanted to book the Monday and go to Raw, but I decided against it. I felt that I spent enough money. Now that we got hotel out of the way, let's talk about travel. I drove from Hershey, Pennsylvania to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is a 2-hour drive. I have a hybrid vehicle, so it didn't really cost me that much. It was $30 to fill up my tank leaving Hershey, and my tank is still half full coming back from Philadelphia. I definitely saved money there. I could imagine if I didn't have a hybrid vehicle, it'll probably be a couple $100 driving down and coming back. Now that we're in Philly, let's talk about food costs. I mentioned that the hotel I was staying in, the Live Casino, has 11 restaurants within it. The restaurant I went to was called the Prime Rib. I had their lamb chops, and just that cost me $35. Don't get me wrong, the food was amazing, but $35 is a bit much. For the second night, I just went to Wawa, got me a Caesar salad and a burrito, 2 Gatorades, and a milkshake, and that cost me $35. I also had some snacks here and there, but my biggest expense, my biggest mistake on food was eating at the arena. I got to the arena early, and while waiting for the show to start, I decided to have a beer. Finished that one, so I decided to have a second one. So that second beer made me hungry. I just got 2 hot dogs with a souvenir WWE cup, and that there cost me $40. Oh, and just for the 2 beers, that was $33. That was about everything I had for food. Let's round off the weekend expensive for food at like $300. Merch. You can't go to WrestleMania without buying merch. I bought 2 shirts. They were $30 each. They're still in my bag. Are they worth it? Yeah, for the memory, I would say they're worth it. And before I went to night 2 of WrestleMania, I decided to go to WWE World. It was $70 for a full day pass or $30 for an evening pass. I decided to take the $70 one because I wanted the full day and wanted to come back whenever I wanted to. It was a great experience. There were so many things to do in there. The lines were so long, I wanted to do an entrance, but there was a 3-hour wait for people who wanted to do entrances. So instead, I just sit there for a minute and watch people do entrances until somebody did the entrance that I wanted to do, which was Shawn Michaels' Sexy Boy. I should have done it. They had a section dedicated to Bray Wyatt. They had the Hall of Famers gear. They even had the Bray Wyatt statue. It was a great experience, and I'm definitely happy I went, even though it was $70. They even had the little dolly that you stand on, and it spins you around, and the camera goes around you while you hold the title. 3 Legacies wrestler Al Snook did that, and it looked pretty cool. All right, now let's get to the main cost, the big expense, the reason why we all are here today. My tickets for WrestleMania, which I bought super early, December of 2022, because I know I was going to this event. There's no way I could miss it. The last time WrestleMania was in Philadelphia was 15 years ago. And it'll probably be the only time that WrestleMania is this close to me in a while. I bought my tickets December of 2022, pretty much as soon as they announced that WrestleMania was gonna be in Philly, because I know I was gonna go to it regardless of what happens. I usually don't go to events unless I'm really close, so I had to make sure I got decent seats. There's no way I wanted to be in the nosebleeds. Night 1, I was sitting in section 20, row 17. Night 2, I was also sitting in section 120, but they put me back further. I was actually in row 25. And altogether, the price of these 2 tickets that were bundled into a 2-day pass was $2,625.63. I almost wish that I bought them a little later. I later saw tickets that actually had meet and greets and other activities attached to them. They were slightly more expensive, but right then I just wanted to pull the trigger and buy the tickets and not have to worry about buying the tickets again, or if the tickets would sell out before I'd be able to buy them. I also wanted to make sure I had pretty good seats, because we know all the good seats are going to sell out first. But I wasn't willing to pay for floor seats. I heard somebody said they paid $10,000 for floor seats at WrestleMania. I don't have it. But was it worth it to spend the $6,100 that I spent to go to WrestleMania 40? 100%. This was probably the greatest WrestleMania of all time, and if you're a wrestling fan, the experience alone is worth it. Hearing 70+ thousand people scream and chant along with you, the feeling is so great. Now, I couldn't imagine if I had to add a flight to this, depending on where you're coming from, that'll be pretty expensive as well. Oh, and I wanted to go to Raw after Mania. Tickets weren't that bad, but I didn't want to spend an additional $300 to get decent seats at Raw. So tell me, do you think it was worth it for me to spend that to go to WrestleMania 40? Let me know in the comments. And I'm the Masked Hope. Follow me for daily wrestling news.